Well, it is the winter season, and you know it's the time of the year when we start wearing our knitwears a little bit more often than usual. Now, over the next couple of weeks, I have Tanja Alldred with me here from Elle Yarns, and she's going to teach us a thing or two as to how you can actually create your own knitwear, be it jewelry, be it clothing, be it beanies, anything you'd like. Well, good morning, Tanja. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Now, today we're taking a look at jewelry. Now, this sounds very interesting. I'd love to know how exactly you would incorporate jewelry and knitwear.
Well, this is really great because you can colour code your jewelry to whatever you want to wear for your season. Basically, all we're going to do is we're going to cover old or existing jewelry. So if you don't like how it looks or it's falling apart, it's a great way just to cover it.
Lovely.
It's a great project for beginners, especially if they're learning how to do a certain stitch. So basically, all we've done is I've started off and we've just knitted a panel.
Okay, what do you mean by a panel?
It's just basically I've chosen a stitch, I've casted on some stitches around my measurements for my bangle, and I've knitted it up until we can actually wrap it over. And then all we do is we're going to just sew the edges together.
And I see also it's got a bit of a pattern there as well. Is it something that's just incorporated into the pattern and you learn how to go about manoeuvring that? Okay.
Correct.
Right.
So what we would do is we would just sew the edges together. Once we've obviously sewn it, you slip your bangle in. So just imagine that it's now sewn.
Let me help you there. All right. Let's do it like that.
All right.
Oh, that
so that would be
nice.
your close in, and then all you'll do is you'll sew your bottom pieces in, and it would be covered up. So I have managed to do these two for you. You could like try them on and see how
This is quite nice, and I like the fact that you can actually go ahead and actually try different types of patterns depending on exactly what your mood is like. I know I have many moods. So it definitely is quite awesome, and I think let me try.
Or even your skill level as well.
As well, that's right. Now, I have to say that when I was at school, I mean, I was actually very, very good at knitting, but I have lost touch with a thing or two. The patterns itself, is it actually quite easy to learn and to start again from the basics?
Yes, it is. I mean, knitting's primarily made up of a knit stitch and a purl stitch, and it's just how you do those stitches which makes your different patterns. And these are very easy beginner patterns. This is just a knit and a purl stitch put together, and this is just also a stocking stitch with a bobble in the middle.
And I think when it comes to also sort of adding things together with different types of designs of clothes, I mean, you can take your beanie, your scarf, and then, of course, your bracelet and make sure that it matches. And then you've got everything looking absolutely fabulous. Or perhaps you've got a nice sort of three-quarter. I quite like the three-quarter tops for the winter, I have to say, because you can have a little bit of jewelry at the end. So this is great. And I have to say nice and warm as well. So it'll keep you warm this winter too. Tanja, thank you so much for joining us in studio. Well, stay tuned. We have lots more coming up on The Expresso Show.
Stay with Expresso and SABC3.